Welcome back to the Mental Manny. In today's video, what I have for you today is a big one. Is how you can stop or lessen the effects of a panic attack naturally without medication. And that is a big claim, but let's see if I can make that reality for you people. You lovely people out there. So let's see if I can make that reality for you. So about 1.7 or 2% of people in the United States at this moment have a panic disorder, and even more of those people are on anti-anxiety medication, which can not only be harmful to that person and their mental health, but it could also be very addictive. And I've had personal experience with that, so I feel very deeply for those people. What happens if I told you that there was a natural method to cut out the effects of a panic attack? What if I told you that there is a natural way to deal with panic without harmful and addictive medication? All of this is backed by research and personal experience. I am not a doctor and I don't claim to be, but this stuff has really worked for me and I've seen it work for other people. So honestly, stay tuned. We'll get straight into it. Tip number 1 will be focus on breathing, focus on taking deep breaths. This is probably one of the ones that you'll have heard the most when you've been looking for a method to deal with panic or anxiety. So what you really want to do is feel the air slowly fill your chest, and then what you want to do is let it fill your chest, your belly, and then slowly leaving your body again. Breathe in for a count of 4, hold for a second, and then breathe out on the count of 4. So that is breathe in for the count of 4, hold for a second, and then breathe out for a count of 4. So tip number 1, focus on taking deep breaths. Tip number 2 would be realize that you are having a panic attack. Just realize you're having a panic attack, and by recognizing it, you're reminding yourself that it's temporary, that this feeling that is inside you is going to come down and that you're going to be okay. That is a big one. Tip number 2, realize you're having a panic attack. Tip number 3 would be close your eyes. By closing our eyes, we can reduce the stimuli. So how I would explain it is our environments can be overwhelming at the best of times. So by closing the eyes, we can reduce the stimulus of the panic. We can close our eyes, block out all this extra stimuli, therefore making it easier to focus on the breathing that I went over in the last tip. Tip number 4 would be practice mindfulness. And I would say with the mindfulness, because panic is so strong that it can detach us from reality and the reality of the situation especially. So by practicing mindfulness, we can combat the panic as it either is happening or as it is approaching. So if you are one of them people that hasn't done meditation or anything like that, get meditating. Tip number 5 would be find an object that you can focus on. As our brains panic, it begins to dart around and search for, danger, things around us. Our mind is so alert and we're searching for this danger that might be around us. But then we begin to realize there is no danger, but we're still left with this, overstimulated mind. So we tend to lose that true attention. And I would say we need to slow down and find easy object in the room. Find an easy object in your room or wherever you are, doesn't matter, and focus on it. It's that simple. Sounds super silly, I know, but it actually works. And I wouldn't say it if it didn't work. So tip number 5 would be find an object to focus on. Tip number 6 would be muscle relaxation. A lot like the deep breathing technique we just learned, what we will do when we have a panic attack is focus on relaxing a muscle at a time and do some deep breathing while you're relaxing your muscles, and consciously relax each muscle till your body is relaxed, and then we can focus on that pesky mind. Tip number 6, muscle relaxation. Tip number 7 would be picture your favorite place. I know it sounds super silly, and I guess it's very, very cliche of a way, but this works in a more proven way than you might think. If we can picture or create a happy place in our mind for ourselves, we automatically feel a sense of security or relaxation, whatever you want to call it. So keep this one in mind. Tip number 7, picture your favorite place. Tip number 8 would be do some exercise. People have said, well, damn, I thought it would only make these things worse, you know, make my heart rate go up and stuff. Well, wrong. It will relax your muscles further, release endorphins, which will only boost your mood. And because you're in a stressed place, just make sure it's light exercise so you're not sending your heart through the roof. Don't push yourself like you would a normal workout, because we're trying to relax and we're not trying to get gains or get ripped. So I will note on this one, if you're hyperventilating or struggling to breathe, I would focus on your breathing first and don't jump into the exercise straight away. Just focus on your breathing, calm down your breathing, and make sure you're at a place where you're comfortable before you start the exercise. So that's tip number 8. Do some exercise. Tip number 9 would be, if you love the smell of lavender, good, because it can be really, really good for panic. Not only does it have relaxing properties, but it can also help the symptoms that occur when you're having a panic attack. So if you can, keep some lavender oil or scented lavender things around the house or around wherever you are. Tip number 10 would be repeat a mantra, something that will give you confidence. Not only will this help you focus, but you will enter your brain after a little bit as a memory. Mantras do work in that way, and it's just not what people think it is. So an easy one would be, I'm going to be alright, this will end, I'm okay, this is temporary. Something simple, quick, short, easy, they work the best. Last off, I will mention, I've got to put this in here, if none of this works, it's always the best idea to consult professional help via a doctor or your local GP. I would say do that anyway and use these tips. I'm sure they'll give you similar advice. But please, please, please do not suffer alone. Help is out there, and you've just really, really got to kind of push yourself to, you know, go to the doctors, get things sorted, and it will be okay, I promise you. I really hope this has helped you. These are some useful tips that I use when I have a panic attack. I also know people that live by these. If you'd like to see more videos kind of like this, then let me know down in the comments section. I'll also leave social media links below where I post useful tips and advice, such as daily mental health maintenance. I'm a bit more active on there, and also you don't have to, you know, keep watching videos, say if you're out and you want to conserve a little bit of data. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.